Today's video is about a specialty foot called a satin foot. This is a regular foot. This is called a satin stitch foot. Most machines come with a standard foot and a satin foot. The difference between these 2 feet is your standard foot here has a flat bottom and the satin foot has a channel here. Now I'm going to show you how you could use this channel here to assist you with making some top stitching. And how I use this foot, this is just some fleece here with a piece of fabric that I sewed on and flipped over, so it's barely an edge. If you take your regular sewing foot like this, put it on here, nothing catches, it just slides back and forth, so when you're sewing it's easy to move your fabric around. With the satin foot, that channel right there gives you a little edge on the inside of the foot and it catches the fabric. This is a tiny little edge and it's just enough to catch it to help keep it straighter when you stitch. Show it in some action. What I'm going to do is just line up this edge with that inner edge of the foot here. And don't put your presser foot all the way down, put almost all the way down. And slide your fabric over there until it catches. And then you can move your needle position. If you go all the way to the left, it's going to do right in the ditch here. If you want to do an edge stitch, you do a 1/16 of an inch, or you could do 1/8 or 1/4, whatever you want. I'm going to do about a 1/16 of an inch for the first row here. See how that easy it was to keep lined up right on the edge? Then you want to do another edge. Just carefully put that in there. Then you ride the fabric along the edge. Now you can see the difference of the edges. That's the one I used, the edge, to help align it. This one I didn't use anything to help align it. I just did a straight stitch. You can see it's not exactly even all the way down, but help using the edge. Now what I use this foot a lot for is top stitching after I serge something. Here's a seam that I serged. This is the inside. This is the exterior. I folded it over and pressed it to one side. See how you got a nice edge here to top stitch? You put this in here, and the edge stitch foot pretty much holds your serge seam underneath there. You line it up against the edge. And you top stitch. That's a single row. Then if you want to do a double row, you put it back in. Move your needle over. A real easy way to get 2 lines of top stitching to line up really well. And this works on all kinds of fabric. This is a woven. This is a knit t-shirt. Get a nice straight stitch. And that's using your satin stitch or your satin presser foot to help line up your top stitching.